A chef holding two shakes hands over a cutting board, tightly framed. In the background, we can hear the gentle clanking of pots and pans. I nearly died behind this line. And it wasn't from the knives or the heat. It took losing everything in one moment in this kitchen to wake me up. It was like being punched in the gut. To this day, I can still taste that onion on my tongue. But let's rewind and start at the beginning, because the kitchen is like a drug. It's fast, chaotic, and addictive. For me, it was the drug. As he speaks, we fade in a montage of visual flashbacks. There are glimpses of slammed-down tickets, ringing out orders, passed out in an office chair. Passed out at a bar, drunk driving home, another double shot in beer. Then the kitchen again, grabbing another order, slammed-down ticket. Waking up face down on a kitchen floor, with coworkers staring down at him. But it doesn't happen all at once. Let me show you where it started. We fade to a younger version of himself, smiling and giving a thumbs up, looking around a kitchen with bright eyes and ambition. Back when I was about 21 years old, I had just gotten hired at my first real job. I was making more money than I ever had. I was finally living on my own. I had just gotten engaged. Life was good. And I couldn't wait to learn everything about this kitchen. As he says this, we see bits of training, prepping ingredients, plating dishes, smiling at a customer, getting a nice tip. First big crash. Blackout during dinner service. I don't remember much. All I know is that there were tickets flying off the computer. I couldn't feel my hands. I thought I was having a stroke. I ended up passing out right there on the line. I was 27. We fade to a hospital bed. A clock on the wall reads 3:23 a.m. A crumpled receipt on the bedside table has 129 written on it. Presumably how many tickets went out during his shift. Maybe a quick conversation with a concerned coworker who shakes him awake. What did you do last night? What's wrong with you? I don't know. You were out cold on the line. You need to get yourself together. We're short-staffed as it is. Are you even listening to me? He wakes up again to the sound of pots and pans clanging. The camera pushes in on his face. He looks haggard and defeated. We see his dirty chef whites from the night before. The crumpled receipt from earlier is stuck to the front pocket. The camera slowly pushes in further as he brings his hand up to rub his face. His hand trembles, close up on a shaking hand. I woke up and didn't recognize my life. I had no idea how I got home. My fiancé called me 23 times. My phone was dead. I walked outside and threw up. And when I turned around, I looked down and saw my brand new chef coat laying in a pile of vomit. That's when I knew something had to change. We see a shot of his phone sitting on the counter with 23 missed calls from his fiancé. Then a long take of him picking up the phone and dialing. I called rehab. It was a 30-day program and I drove myself there. I packed a small bag, left the kitchen, walked into treatment, and haven't looked back. The scene fades to the next day. We're at a rehab facility. He walks in with his small bag. Another patient sits on the couch reading a magazine. The first 3 weeks were rough. I tried to leave a few times, but they wouldn't let me. They told me I was an inpatient, and I wasn't ready. They helped me so much. By the time I left, I felt human again. I was ready to go home, then back to the kitchen. This time he's wearing clean whites, but he's tense. Tickets are flying. He's moving fast. The camera follows him through the pass, around the expediters, back to the fry station where he picks up a burger, patty close up on his hands. He takes a deep breath. He looks confident and collected. Camera follows him again as he moves through the station. First sober service back. Imagine your drug of choice is everywhere you work. Every shift is a test. It was hard, really hard. At first I couldn't focus. My mind was somewhere else. But when I plated that first burger, I could feel the calm that I had been missing for so long. The first time the high came from a perfect plate, not a bottle. He walks away from the line, leaving the burger on the pass. We pan up to the warm kitchen light shining on the plated burger. I went back to treatment after that. I worked split shifts around my meetings. I lost some friends, made new ones. I learned how to cook again. I got invited back to my old cruise holiday party. I went. Everyone acted like nothing happened. I was back in the kitchen, doing what I loved, but now without the crutch. I realized cooking was my passion, but my addiction didn't know me anymore. I was done running from the demons inside of me. I was done hiding. I was done lying. I was done sacrificing everything for something that gave me nothing in return. I was free. Close up on his shaking hands again, except now they are steady. He brings them up to remove his chef's hat. He looks directly into the camera with a serious expression. If you're in the kitchen right now and you think you can't stop, I promise you can. I'm proof. But you have to want it more than you want the drink. The hardest thing I ever did was walk into that treatment center. But the best thing I ever did was walk out. If you need help, please reach out. Subscribe for the next part of this series. Share your story in the comments. Someone might need to hear it. Thank you. As he finishes speaking, we fade to black. Sober Chef is back in the kitchen.